you look at R&D expenditures, a large portion of it goes to the wages and salaries of the engineers and the scientists who are doing the research. And obviously, immigration is a very important issue in terms of economic growth and labor force. But when you look at all of the colleges and universities that are basically training foreign students here for, they're getting their degrees and PhDs in math and science and engineering. And in many cases, those students go back to their home country. I mean, you could argue that, given the critical role of R&D, immigration has a role to play. If all of those, PhD students were to stay and do their research here, we might benefit more than if they go back to their home country. I mean, what's sort of the R&D nexus of immigration?
Yeah, when the Inflation Reduction Act and the CHIPS Act passed, one of the big concerns businesses immediately raised is that we might not have the workers needed to complete these investments. It's particularly I mean, there's already an issue with us not having enough high-skilled workers in these fields. That's been true for years, but now it's especially true with the tight labor market. And so it really doesn't make sense to be bringing in the best and the brightest from across the world, educating them, giving them the skills, and then sending them home. One of our biggest economic advantages is being the magnet for the best talent in the world. And then to kick them out right when they're, hitting their apex of value, just makes no sense. And so clearly, immigration reform is needed to really unlock the full potential of these investments.
Yeah, in that sense, it would be a twofer. We expand the workforce, and it's a highly productive workforce at that, in an area that we really need. So that certainly makes a lot of sense.
We generally say there are no magic bullets in fiscal policy. If you want to reduce the debt, you either have to raise taxes or cut spending. There's no real other alternatives. There's always an asterisk there with immigration reform. It's the closest thing we have to a free lunch of policy options. You're certainly not going to solve the problem with immigration reform only, but it really is one of the best tools we have available.